Well, hey there folks, how's it going? I hope you're all doing really good. Well, I'm going to shoot a quick video here. I've had a few of the viewers ask me to compare this new Squier affinity up against my old Squier affinity. So this one doesn't belong to me. I have one just like it that I reliced and I did some mods to. So by request, I guess I'm going to do a shootout here on two Squiers. Never thought that would happen, but anyway, let's do it. Okay, so I did get a few requests from some of the viewers too that wanted me to show how to test pickups and switches and stuff like that. And I will do a video on that as well. But for today's video, I'll at least show you how to do this. So plug a cord into your guitar, okay? And what I've done here, I got a couple jumpers hooked to my leads from my multimeter. You want to set it on ohms. Okay, this is the ohms symbol. Looks like a pair of headphones, all right? Now, once you do that, you take the negative of the black and hook that around the barrel of the cord. Then you hook the other end, or the red or hot, to the tip of the cord, okay? Set it on ohms, turn your volumes all the way up, volume and tone. Okay, so we're on the bridge pickup right here. I mean the neck pickup, excuse me. So we're going to let that settle in, about 6.4142 ohms of resistance, okay? Let's go to the middle, looking at 3.22. That's both pickups on. And the bridge is 6.26, 6.27, somewhere around there. You know, that's not uncommon. Those are good values, though, in my opinion. All right, let's plug mine in and see what mine does. Okay, so we got my old chopper on the bench here. It's the same guitar. I've just reliced it some and played it a lot. Taken the cover off the neck pickup. And I did add some brass saddles on mine as well. There's some other mods I've done to it too. We'll get into that as well, but let's see what we got for readings here. Okay, so the neck pickup is 6.51. Both of them is 3.23. And the bridge pickup is 6.22. So the other one's a little bit hotter, or it has more resistance, I should say. So they're pretty close. I mean, it's not that far off. This is a cheap meter I'm using too, a Harbor Freight multimeter, but it's what I use, so it gets me pretty close. So, pretty close as far as the pickups are concerned. And the next test we'll do is just an acoustic strum and see what they sound like acoustically. And to the gentleman that asked me to shoot a video on, you know, testing components, I will get to that. It's on the list, buddy. I just got a few things I gotta get out of the way first. So be patient, bear with me. Thanks again. Okay, here we go. Just an acoustic strum here. This is the new one. Okay, this is mine. This is the Relic one. Okay, here's one more time. This is the new one. Now remember, this has got brand new strings on it. The ones on my telly are pretty old. Here we go. Old one. Okay, so to me, the new one rings a little bit more, maybe. It sounds more bright to me, I guess, is the word. But really, this is not a great test unless you know, have new strings on both or whatever. But we'll do a plugged-in test just for the fun of it. Okay, before we plug them in, I'm just going to go over a little bit of this pickup data here. So I wrote down the results from the pickup tests. We'll call the clean one that I've been working on, we'll call that the new one. We'll call my old Relic one the old telly, okay? Just for reference here. They're about the same year, honestly. I think I've had this one for, I don't know, 15 years or so. I really can't remember. So anyway, the neck pickup in the new one was 6.42. The neck pickup in the Relic one here was 6.51. So this one was a little bit hotter than the other one, than the newer one. So the middle position on the new one, 3.22, which is both pickups on. The middle position on this Relic one, 3.23, so very close. The bridge pickup on the new one was 6.27, and the bridge pickup on the Relic one is 6.22. So very close. I mean, that'll be close enough to do a nice comparison. Okay, so the other one's bone stock, other than the repair work that I did to it, which was basically to straighten it out. I'm just going to go over my Relic one real quick here and show you what I've done to it before we plug them in, and you can make your own decisions on which one sounds better. So again, these strings are quite old on this one, but I did change the saddles out for brass, compensated. This guitar's been frozen, it's been burned, it's been dropped on the cement floor many times, at least 4 or 5. I mean, this isn't all, fake Relicing. I've played this guitar a ton. It's been dinged, it's been scratched. It's got checking, which is kind of odd on a fender finish, but I'll show you guys how I did this. This morning would be a great morning to experiment with it here. It's actually like 20 below zero in Maine. If you freeze these and bring them right in the heat sometimes, depending on the finish and everything, they'll just bite a check instantly. You can do it with compressed air and stuff too. So anyway, uncovered the neck pickup. It was a little cloudy. That gave it a little more sting. I was going to change it, and I figured I'd try that first, and it just worked out for me. So, brass saddles, we uncovered the pickup. The neck on this thing is identical to the other one. It's getting worn out, but, a refret is in order. I did make my own string tree here out of aluminum and a piece of stainless welding wire. I drilled out some balled ends from some old strings and used those for the rollers. Works great. Got a set of Fender tuners on it, USA, the old style ones, if I can get it flipped. There you go. And, this is my shop guitar. This is my favorite guitar, honestly. I just, it goes from room to room, kind of follows me around, and I don't have to worry about getting scratches on it. I did put a thimble-style jack in it, too. You can see the plugged holes. But I just love this guitar. It's so fun to play, and it really feels like an old guitar. It feels like an old friend at this point. I've played it so much, but there is something to an old guitar, how they feel, what they look like. I play differently on these types of guitars for some reason. There's no intimidation factor. I'm not worried about dinging it, scratching it, any of that. I just embrace it and go for it. A lot of fun. All right, let's plug them in, and we'll see what's going on. I wanted to add as well, I will do a video sometime and show you guys how I relic guitars. I'm going to try to find an affinity or something inexpensive, and I'll show you guys my process of how I do it. It's probably a little different than how they do it at the custom shops and whatnot, but it works for me. And when you play one of my Relic guitars, it even smells like an old guitar. There's a little trick to that too. I'll show you that stuff though eventually. These are a good candidate to do it to. And, you know, it was getting kind of beat up anyway. And I wanted to try some Relic work, so there you have it, folks. And I will shoot a video and show you how I do it eventually. Okay, so I'm just getting them set up here. I got to get them tuned up, but as you're looking at them right now, the unmodded guitar is on the left, and my modded Relic guitar is on the right. So what I'll end up doing is spinning them around facing me, and but the guitars will stay on those same stands on the same sides. And what I'll do is I'll plug one in, play something. I'll hit my tuner pedal so you guys don't get the big boom as I plug the other one in. I'll try to do it really fast, and I'll play the same thing. So the first guitar will be the unmodded one, and the second guitar will be the modded one. And I'll always do them in that order. So I'll play something different on each pickup, and that way you'll be able to discern one from the other. So just remember, the first guitar you will hear is the unmodded. The second guitar will be the modded one. All right, here we go. Do my best. Okay, we'll start on the bridge pickup first. This is the unmodded. Once again. Once again. Okay, now we're going to move on to the neck pickups. This is the Squier that's not modded. Here we go. Whoops, I was in the middle. Let me start over. This is the neck pickup. One more time. Here's the Relic one. One more time. All right, let's go to the middle position on both of them. Here we go with the unmodded one. Once again. Relic. One more time. Okay, so, you know, everybody likes a little something different. I did want to add the volumes and tones were dimed, right on 10. You know, I kind of like the sound of, there's things I like about both of them. I did like the sound of the bridge pickup on this unmodded one. It sounds different than mine. It's really weird, I guess. You know, they ohmed out pretty close, honestly. You know, maybe the brass, I don't know. I do like the sound of my telly, and I don't hate the sound of that one either. If I had that one, I would probably do some upgrades to it possibly, but they're all both stock, as far as the pickups, the pots, switches, I did uncover this neck pickup on mine here. It was a little cloudy, and I noticed this one kind of did the same thing. I also made mine adjustable. I drilled some holes on each side of it through the pick guard so I could mess around, you know, with the height. But in any case, you know, with a few tweaks, you can make these guitars sound pretty sweet, honestly. And, you know, this one's got good bones, I can tell. Acoustically, this ring's really nice. You know, maybe just a few different little upgrades and it would be to my liking. Now, it's all personal preference, you know, that kind of stuff. I really don't even like comparing guitars like this, honestly. These could have come right out of the same tree and they'll sound different. It's just how it works. But there you have it. My comparison on two Squier affinities. Who'd have thought we'd even compare these, but somebody asked if I could do it. I'm guessing they wanted to see if, you know, tonally they would sound different with the mods. I think they do. Like I said, it's your preference, whatever you like. And, you know, as I said again, you know, we had to do quite a bit of work to this one to get it straightened out, and this was the worst one I've seen, honestly. But, you know, it's straight as an arrow now. The string pulls perfect. It plays nice. And it sounds good. I mean, these things will ring. That thinner, you know, you really can't compare these to a Telecaster. I get it's the same shape and all that. But, you know, the bodies are thinner, first of all. Oh. Well, look at that. The knob fell off. Another, wow, the plot thickens. Again, whoever put this guitar together, it was amateur night. Anyway, I'll have to tighten that up. Thank God that happened now and not when the owner picks it up, you know. Those things happen. You got to check everything over, I guess. But in any case, you know, they're thinner than an American Telecaster. The headstock's a little bit bigger. The bridge plate is actually bigger on these too. It's longer. You know, there's different things about them that just give them their own kind of vibe and sound. Now, they do sound like a Telecaster. I mean, they're gonna because of the setup, but they're just a little bit different. I find these thinner bodies, they seem to have some sort of acoustic magic. First of all, they really ring. They vibrate a lot, and I don't know what it is. They just seem to have a good amount of sting to them when you get them, you know, set up right, get your pickup heights set up where you like them. They really cut through, you know. Some tellies are kind of squishy sounding, if you will, and these can be, I guess, but I find that they're a little brighter than a lot of the tellies. Now, again, we can compare wood here, you know, alder to ash to maple, and, you know, they're all going to sound different. Even the necks. Rosewood boards sound different than maple, you know. To me, they do at least. But so anyway, there's the Squier Affinity Shootout, I guess we'll call it. A comparison. Anyway, they're pretty good guitars, like I said. They just need a little love and, you know, finish them, because somebody is not going to take the time. You know, I think of these as going by on a conveyor belt, and they're just zipping them together. You know, I don't know how they do it, but, you know, a lot of stuff got overlooked on this one, obviously, and it's still happening. So I got to tighten the knobs up, and I think we'll be good to go on this one. Well, thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate all the nice comments, all the views, all the new subs. A lot of subs showing up. It's getting overwhelming. I've had, I think, over 100 new subscribers this week, which is big for me. I mean, I'm a nobody, and you know, like make clickbait titles or anything. I just roll with it, you know. But you guys are finding me in odd ways. I've heard the algorithm has brought you here and all kinds of cool stuff. That's a lot of fun, anyways, and I do appreciate all the views and comments. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. Maybe get away from your own life for 10 or 15 minutes a day, and that's what it's all about for me. So thanks again. We'll see you guys real soon. Be good. Okie doke.